Okay, back with our distinguished panel, Bob Shrum, Kevin Madden, Ed Rogers. Bob Shrum, this one's made for you. I have a thought experiment. Consider that you are Newt Gingrich. It's a wonderful thought. And consider that you are determined to continue to run, no matter how big a victory Mitt Romney may have tonight. Now, wouldn't you be better off, Bob Shrum, going back to positives, touting your flat tax, touting your sound dollar, touting your war against food stamps where you want people to work and not pay them to not work? I mean, didn't the war against capitalism and the war against success just really hurt Newt Gingrich? Shouldn't he go positive now, Bob?
Well, he tried that in Iowa and tried to complain about all the negative ads, and he lost very badly. I think in frustration he's throwing the kitchen sink at Romney. And he and Rick Perry and these folks talking about vulture capitalism, whether you agree with them or not, have had one big effect, which is Romney's favorable unfavorables have gotten a lot worse among independents, among people generally. He's now 31-41. And Larry, I think you're right. I might not agree with the message, but he has to go out there with some big economic message other than I'm a CEO, elect me, because that's not an entirely unmixed blessing.
And Kevin, let me go back to you. Some of these polls, not tonight's polls, but the polling polls show that Mitt's weakest area is very conservative people, quote unquote, very conservative people. Kevin, what's Mitt's best path to winning that group over?
Well, I think the issues that animate conservatives, these Tea Party voters, are very focused on the amount of spending that they see in Washington and deficits. So I think as Governor Romney continues to talk about what he would do to reduce government spending, how he would bring down deficits, how he would give more certainty that a private sector, put more faith in American people instead of the government, draw that contrast, particularly in a general election, then I think those voters will start to move towards him, and he can begin to unify the party on a lot of those issues.
More emphasis on spending. I think it's a great message. Ed Rogers, I can't ask you a question because we're just flat out of time.
It's okay.
I apologize in advance. You've all been terrific. Bob Shrum, Kevin Madden, and Ed Rogers. That's it for this evening's show.